This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, welcome. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. We got power back in our vehicle in the Jason Walker Show truck as we head off to Texas for the Montana State, North Dakota State FCS National Championship game. We did a little Facebook Live video earlier. This show will be posted up on jasonwalkershow.com, social media as well, as we will hear from a couple of great coaches in Katie Garcin-Forba and Brandon Day coming up a little bit later on. We're going to talk some volleyball as well in case you missed our Facebook Live when we had no power, so we just lived it from the phone. But the Jason Walker Show, you can follow along on Facebook, at Twitter, J Walker Sports. You can also call in or text 406-209-1267 as we're somewhere outside. I think we passed Casey, Wyoming about 10 or 15 miles ago, the home of, well, Chris Ledoux. And we got the camera on the right as we have the mobile man cave on the road. My brother is driving. My dad's in the back seat. And we're somewhere in Wyoming near Casper, and the roads are, the weather is starting to change a little bit. It's starting to get a little frisky, we'll call it. Jason Walker Show is presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State law says it is your vehicle, it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. And love Bruce and the gang over there. They fixed up my truck, the very truck that we're in. I guess a year and a half ago now when it got T-boned and got it back. And it looks absolutely stunning. It's like it just came off the lot. Well, it's a little dirty now, but it looks like it just came off the lot when I got it back. This opening segment of the show brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. 3 great divisions, milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Veteran-owned and operated, also woman-owned and operated. Love Montana Custom Log Home. They have 15-plus different floor plans for you to check out, and you can do that at yourcustomlog.com as we pass a semi, and we'll see if we can get can we get him to say hi? Nope, he wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we've got a mobile camera right there on the road to Texas. Here's the road to Frisco, I guess. I don't know if that's catchphrased or trademarked by the NCAA. They think everything they do they own, so I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll say the road to Frisco, courtesy of the NCAA. Hey, by the way, we have some great sponsors helping make this trip possible. Montana Football Hall of Fame banquet coming up in June back in Billings, and we'll induct the 2022 class. And you can get tickets online soon at Universal Athletic website and at Universal Athletic across the state as well, and in Wyoming, I believe, too. So, Big Sky Brokers, Jay Shirley, thank you for helping make this trip possible. Pinkerton and Company. If you want unbelievable leather products that are made with American leather from an American company and made in America, in fact, right here in Wyoming, get a hold of Pinkerton and Company. Pinkerton Leather on the Facebook and also on the web, pinkertonleather.com. Products built to last, veteran-owned, combat veteran-owned. If you want a wallet, Casey will do it. If you want a saddle, he'll do it as well. So there you go. Roads starting to clear up a little bit as we get closer to Casper. So liking that a lot. And I understand we're cutting in and out on the social media. We'll have the whole show back loaded up online here at the end. Let's see. Rebecca Cleveland stepping down at Capital. 3 straight state titles, 3 straight Gatorade Volleyball Players of the Year. Audrey Hofer a couple of times, and Paige Barge. And then Monica Grimsrud Smith stepping down at Billings West Volleyball. Karen Switzer stepped down senior earlier this year. So the number 2 and the number 3 teams at state have stepped out and stepped done. So just spend more time with family. And some other great sponsors, by the way, Overland Express, Phil, and the Dragon Wings. We'll see Phil in Frisco. Speaker Sprinklers, Joe, thank you, and Excite Baits, based out of Texas. And we'll try to get some giveaways. There you go. We're going to talk to Brandon Day coming up. We're going to talk to Katie Garcin-Forba coming up. The Big Sky Conference said that they can reschedule games along with schools. So Montana State women were supposed to play Idaho and Montana this week. COVID in the program, so they're going to have to reschedule those games. Butte Central, Park High girls scheduled for Thursday is off until January 25th as well. We are on the road to Frisco, and we're going to talk to coaches today. We'll talk about that coming up. Alex Eshelman is scheduled to join us tomorrow, the great sports reporter from ABC Fox Montana and Bozeman SWX as well. And she's been on That's What She Said with us all summer or all fall. She'll be with us all year as we talk basketball later on too. But she'll join us to talk Bobcats and Bison. That's tomorrow. Keith Brake will talk Bison football. He has covered the North Dakota State team for a long time. Does a great job at 1660 Bison Radio. Let's see. Thursday and Friday, we're going to be live at Tight End Sports Bar in Plano, Texas. It was going to be a different one. We had some issues come up, so we changed it around. We'll be at Tight End Sports Bar in Plano from about 3 to 7 or so on Thursday and Friday Central Time. Stop by, say hi, and have some fun. Let's see. We'll talk to the coaches, or we'll hear from the coaches, and a couple of players in the championship game. Sam Herder from Hero Sports will join us Friday, and also Dean Alexander, the longtime play-by-play voice of the Montana State Bobcats, called their last state championship. How about national championship back in 1984 on the radio, along with Dan Davies, who is going to be part of the radio coverage this week. So let's see here. We talked about that. You know what we'll do? We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Katie Garcin-Forba. She will join us when we return. Talk some Capital basketball next. Jason Walker Show. This opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Check them out. 3 great divisions. We talk about it. We talked about being veteran-owned and women-owned. But you know what the big thing is, too? They will work with you to make it work for your budget. And all you have to do is go to yourcustomlog.com and check out Montana Custom Logs. And we love the support, love the family, and appreciate them. Capital Collision Center presents the Jason Walker Show. Your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. All right, quick break. We'll come back. Katie Garcin-Forba talks Capital Hoops next.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, as we crawl over some hill in Wyoming. They got mountains on the other side of the state, but not on this side. Somewhere outside Casper right now as we broadcast live, Jason Walker Show. The Mobile Man Cave. We are on our way to Frisco, Texas for the national championship game. North Dakota State playing in its, 8th in the last 11 years? 9th in the last 12, I think. And Montana State playing its first since 1984. You know, the Bobcats are the only team in NCAA history, by the way, to win a national championship at 3 different levels. They were NAI in 1956, D2 in 1976, and then went 1AA in 1984. I know it's the same as 1AA, but if they do win, or when they do win on Saturday, do we say four championships at 4 different levels? Because 1AA technically doesn't exist anymore, right? It's FCS because it's football championship subdivision. So there's that. North Dakota State has 16 national championships going back to its old days at the NAI in Division II as well, and has only lost twice in the championship. Montana State 3-0. So a little statistics there for you. Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Wishing I had some Rucker's Furniture right now. This chair is getting a little. It's comfy, but it's a stock chair in a vehicle, right? I mean, how comfy can it be? At least when you've been sitting on your butt since 9 a.m. this morning. So anyway. There is a big game coming up for the Capital girls as they open up conference play Thursday night, as they will take on Hellgate at home. I believe they open up it's Hellgate first, and then Big Sky Saturday on the road. It is, because the guys play Hellgate. So the girls play Hellgate at home, and joining us now to talk about it is none other than the wonderful head coach of the Bruin girls, Katie Garcin-Forba, on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline.
Well, Happy New Year, Coach. Take me through what you did for your Christmas break. I know you were in somewhere a lot warmer than it was back home in Montana.
I was. Happy New Year. Yeah, my husband and I decided to go somewhere warm for the time we had off. So we were actually in Hawaii and didn't regret that decision at all. But coming back it was an 80-degree swing coming back from Hawaii to Montana. So that was a little brutal.
You guys go somewhere every year, right?
We try to, but previously, my family wasn't up here, and so it was easier for us to say, okay, we're going to sneak away and go somewhere warm. This year they were up here, so it felt kind of weird to leave when everybody was here for Christmas. So we may rotate that a little bit, but I don't know. It's hard to beat just to get out of the cold and go somewhere nice, have a little bit of break, and then come back refreshed.
Very cool. Do you surf, or do you scuba dive, or do you snorkel? What do you do down there?
Well, I lay on the beach, and Matt snorkels. So I love to read, and I just kind of unplug and relax. And he got to go snorkeling and just kind of enjoy that side of it. And I will go in the water, and I enjoy all of that. But he really likes snorkeling, so I tell him he needs to get into scuba diving. I haven't convinced him of that yet, but maybe at some point.
Are you into? Are you afraid of water, or you just stand in it? Do you swim? What do you do?
I stand in it. I'll swim in it a little bit. The fact that we only know like what 5% of the ocean consists
As we
of
head off
is a little bit unnerving to me. And so I'm a lot more conservative in my ocean adventures, where he's just all in. Let's go. I mean, he's an adventurous for sure.
Well, and you understand. I mean, you study things like that, right?
Right. Right.
You kind of have an idea of what's
the science behind it deters me a little bit, I would say.
There you go. We're talking with Capital girls coach Katie Garcin-Forba on the Jason Walker Show, Road to Frisco. We're somewhere, I think we're near Sheridan right now. I don't know. You ever been to Sheridan, Wyoming? You ever been to Wyoming?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Do you like Wyoming?
Parts of Wyoming. Sheridan is actually a great town. We've got the program I work in they oversee coal mining, and so there's a mine right near Sheridan. So I've actually been down there kind of since it's the only nearest town to that mine. So I've actually spent a little bit of time in Sheridan.
Wyoming reminds me a little bit of Montana. It's nice on one side of the state and not so much on the other.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's kind of like Idaho.
Yes, very much so.
All right, let's talk some hoops. You guys 3-1 in the non-conference portion of the schedule, which tell me how you're feeling about the girls as you head into conference play this week.
Yeah, I thought they had a great final game of the preseason. You know, we went over and played West and Senior, and, West is super talented, and I think they had a little bit of revenge to give us. But against Senior, we were down, we battled back, and to watch the resiliency of this team and the grit was really cool. And then, against Bozeman, we didn't shoot the ball great, but we were able to, kind of separated us from them, I think. And it was just, we're seeing a lot of really positive progress. I think the thing that is really cool about this team is they're in it for each other. I mean, you see it, they're excited for each other when somebody has success. Very much team first, and the chemistry with this group is really starting to build. They're gaining a little bit of momentum, and I just really like the energy that they're sharing with each other, and they're definitely in it together, which is awesome.
Well, one cool thing, too, Coach, is you hold the team to 23 points. I mean, Bozeman's notorious for being pretty good on the girls' and boys' side, but you hold them to 23 points. That says a lot about how well you guys are playing defensively right now, too.
Yeah, and I think the girls have bought into what we're trying to do defensively. We look different. We don't have Paige sitting in the paint back there to kind of protect it. We have to get out and be aggressive in passing lanes and try and fluster teams a little bit and use a different type of length that we have. And so I think that they've bought into that, and they are seeing that, one, we're not the same team that we were last year, and we're not trying to be that same team. We've changed who we are, and it's cool. They've created their own identity, and they've bought into that. And so now we just have to keep growing and building on that identity that's starting to form itself.
We are talking with Katie Garcin-Forba on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. She coaches the Capital girls. Before we talk about this week's games, Rebecca Cleveland announced today that she's resigning as volleyball coach. You guys shared a lot of the same athletes. What did she do during volleyball season to help you get the girls ready?
I think that the mental toughness piece that she worked on piece and as well. And, she taught with their success on the volleyball court. She really
like we lost Coach for a second as we will reestablish that contact.
Because that was a similar. Absolutely. Yep.
There we go. She's back. So we lost you for a second, but it's all right. It's Wyoming, so that's one. We'll blame it on Wyoming.
Exactly.
There you go. But yeah, no, she was fantastic, and the run that she had along with the run you guys had together. I mean, I think you two are going to be synonymous in Capital lore with the run you had. So there you go.
There you go.
All right, we're talking basketball. You get into conference play this week. Starting with Hellgate on Thursday, and I was talking to Helena High coach Ben Dudick. I said, who do you look for at Hellgate? He goes, literally everybody. So tell me about Hellgate on your side.
Yeah, you can tell they're a veteran ball club. They've played together a long time, even before high school. This group has played together a lot of years. They obviously have Colville with a ton of size. But I think at times they're dangerous without her on the floor too, because they can really spread the floor and attack, and they've got different girls that can have the ball. there's, you kind of have to pick your poison and hope that, you can make that stop effective or, make that player game plan is. But the other piece is they have to guard us. And, we may not have the same sort of size that they have, but we have some really athletic and aggressive guards that they've got to be able to keep in front of them themselves. And we've got some good shooters. And so they're going to have to game plan for us just the same way. And I think that's really our mindset going into it is, yeah, we know they're a talented team. But, we were able to play in the summer and the girls learned we can play with them. And so we have to go into it with that confidence and mindset. And, they stop one. Okay, then next person up, go knock down some shots and make plays for us.
When you don't have 6'2", 6'3", and great players like you did, how do you guard 6'6"?
There's a couple different ways that we'll approach it. We've got some girls who are really quick, who can look to double down or be aggressive, attacking any entry pass going in. Parkland Heller, I think that she's more physical than a lot of other players in our league. And so, she knows she's got a big assignment, but I think that she can do a great job guarding her. And then, we'll just have to make sure we don't miss other assignments. They really like to run in transition and get her easy at the rim. She runs the floor well. So our post players have to get back and stop her getting too deep in the post. And if we can establish position early, I think we've got a good chance to just make her take off-balance shots, not ones that she likes to, have to take and be forced to take.
What about rebounding-wise? Because that's a tough challenge, too.
It's the same sort of thing as, matching that physicality and making sure that we place ourselves in a position where we can get great, strong box outs, not only on her, but, Lauren Dick does a great job pressing the boards, and Kiki Davis is super athletic. And so we've got to make sure that we've got everybody finding bodies and looking for position and, making sure that we're making contact to make sure that they don't get position on us.
And then Big Sky on Saturday, your first conference road game. That'll be a good one, too.
Absolutely. They're going to be well coached. Their new coach, he's very fundamentally sound in what he wants his players to do. And I've already seen, just watching a little film on them, they're a different team this year. They're going to be a different program. And so we've got to go on the road. And that's a big game for us to go there and take care of business and not, we can't overlook anybody at this point. And so they'll be prepared for us, and he'll have them super ready, and they'll be on their home court ready to play us.
Did you have an early morning practice on New Year's Day?
No, I did not. We practiced at noon because I trust our players, and I hope that they know our expectation of, it's one night of the year. Let's not go nuts and make good decisions. And if we do that, then we don't have to practice at 8 a.m. So, no, we practiced at noon and had a great practice. It was actually a really fun New Year's Day sort of practice.
I like that. All right. You got a big football game coming up this week. Georgia, Bama. Who wins?
I think Bama wins. I really do. I just think what Saban has created there, and like the attitude going into postseason, and just how they approach things. He knows how to coach his kids and get them ready. And Georgia's obviously very tough, but I don't know. I think Bama is tough to beat.
And then the other football game that we are the ones that we care about this one the most. I know you're not a true Montanan, so who do you root for, and who wins, and what's the score going to be?
Oh, I think you absolutely got to root for MSU. There's no doubt. I mean, I haven't followed a team. When it comes to like Cat Grizz and everything, I don't get as into it as other people do. But I love that rivalry. I think it's a real special thing. But definitely got to go for the Cats. I think what they've been able to do this season, and with this coach and just the energy behind their team and everything, I think it's going to be a heck of a football game. I think they've got a great chance to win it. They have got some serious momentum going into the postseason. After the Cat Grizz game, they just took that as, let's put a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, I think, and they've been really fun to watch. I think they've got a really good chance to win this whole thing.
All right, what's the score?
Ooh.
Okay. So Almquist said 17-14. Coach Dudek said 45-42. So you've got a wide range here.
Okay. It's going to be something in the 30s. I think 34-28.
Okay, 34-28. That's our most separation so far. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. 34-28.
All right.
I was trying to do the math real quick in my head for like what touchdowns are worth and field goals and extra points, and so hopefully my math didn't fail me.
I like it. I like it. Hey, good luck this week, and as you open up conference play, and we'll talk next week as you get ready for more conference plays.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Katie Garcin-Forba joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline as we're pulling into a gas station on the road to Texas here at the Jason Walker Show. Mobile Man Cave on the road. Got the brother driving. We just hit Casper, Wyoming. So that is where we are here on the Jason Walker Show. So that is our gas station we're stopped at. They're going to get out and fill up gas and go to the bathroom and all of that. Hey, are you going to turn? Oh, don't turn that off. Yeah, you're right. Smart. We're not going to turn the vehicle off because we've got the 110 plug-in here in the vehicle. You could shut the door, though, because it's cold. It says it's 21 here in Casper, but I don't believe that. It's a little chilly, but we are, like I said, on the road to Texas. We've had some great sponsors make this possible as we adjust. I sit in the front seat with the cameras, and it's awesome. If you missed anything, we're going to put this entire thing up online. Montana Football Hall of Fame, Big Sky Brokers, Pinkerton & Company, Overland Express, Speakers, Sprinklers, and Excite Baits. And you know what? Let's talk to Brandon Day, shall we? We'll check in. Helena High coach Brandon Day joining us right now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. 2-1. Well, Happy New Year, Coach. It's a different year, but how you feeling? How was your Christmas break and New Year?
It always goes by so fast, but it was really nice. I got to get a little bit of time with family. Didn't get out as much as I'd like since it was below zero for most of the break, but other than that, it was really nice.
What do you guys do for holidays?
Well, so with the basketball, I give the boys a week off, and then so usually in that time period we swap with my family and my wife's family every year. And then so we either go to Georgetown Lake or we head to Dillon for part of the break. This year we hosted at our place, so that was new and fun for us. But it's family swap and juggling families.
Oh yeah, that's always a good thing and fun times. It can be at times anyway.
Yeah.
So you gave the boys a week off, but do you make them practice early on New Year's Day?
It depends on the year.
Oh, depends on the players is what you're saying.
Yeah, yes, that too. And this year with the way that the timing worked out with the days on being Saturday and have Monday off, and we had a really good week of practice last week. So Friday I let them know that they would not be having practice on Saturday. So I gave them Saturday off this year. But that is not something that happens every year. But because I know when I was a kid, old Coach Keller, we were up at 6 in the morning having practice on New Year's Day. So.
Yep. Probably still does that in college level, is my guess.
Yes. Usually lifting in the morning and then practice.
Yep. We're talking with Brandon Day, Helena High boys basketball coach, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. You guys got a huge win before the break. How important was that? We're not going to talk numbers. I didn't realize it was that much of a losing streak, but it ended, and that's really what matters the most. Yeah, and
you try not to put that onto the next year's team because, it's wasn't their doings necessarily that got them in that losing record, but they get stuck with that, trying to break that losing streak. And our boys were really close last season to get through that. Had just a couple tough breaks at the end. And this was a tough year last year, all around between COVID and this season we had. But getting that win against Belgrade, it was huge, and not only just for me getting the monkey off my back, but also just seeing the excitement in the boys' faces after the game, and hoping and knowing that will hopefully carry on to to our next few games. Belgrade beat Big Sky, so having that win going into playing Big Sky is huge for us. So I'm excited. I know the boys are excited. It really helped us get going this week of practice. A lot of good things to talk about, and it was a hard-fought win. So.
We know how good of an athlete Caden Hewitt is, but tell me about Cale Mergel, because we know, we know the other Mergels, but tell me about Cale.
No, Cale's he's like his brother. He's a kid that spends a ton of time at the gym, and he's been always kind of a quiet, silent kid that hasn't really looked much to score. It's something that we've been harping on him for years. To be a little more selfish. You don't spend hours at the gym to pass the ball. So, I was really happy with the way he played in that Belgrade game, and he's a kid that's a lot of potential and a really good looking shot. So I'm hoping that he can help us a little bit from outside, and also he's big enough now. He's a little bigger than his brother. I hope his brother didn't hear me say that, but he's 6'3", developed well. That can do some things inside. So he's a versatile player, and I'm hoping that he comes along throughout the season.
I know that a win was important, but I mean, it's one of those things that you get the win and then you're off for a couple of weeks. I know practice and all that, but how much would you have liked to have played immediately after that?
Oh, instead of having a week-long break, you mean?
Yeah, instead
of 2-week break.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks off or whatever.
Yeah, and it to keep that momentum, it'd be easier to keep that momentum if we could have jumped right into a game in a couple of days.
Sure.
But at the same time, it does having that win helps them kind of keep their focus, be more excited to come back ready after the break, and it's been a good motivator for us. Just over that break time.
Brendan Day, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. All right, you hop into conference play this week. You mentioned Big Sky, but you open up with Big Sky on the road. Tell me about the Eagles.
The Eagles are good. They're a talented team. They obviously, like I said, Belgrade did get them, before the break. But they also beat Skyview and Great Falls High. They're a well-rounded team. They have a couple guys that are leading the scoring, but there's 5 of them that are averaging 7 or more. And they've been playing together for a long time. And this group of boys, the seniors now, over their Big Sky is, they were winning games as freshmen. I remember them years ago. So, pretty good bunch of kids. They had a good summer, and they're going to be a tough team to beat, especially in Missoula.
It's never fun to head to Missoula, but it's got to be more comfortable after picking up that victory, though, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's huge for us. Obviously, having that confidence, but it also puts a little more doubt in their mind. I would imagine, after thinking that we would maybe not even come away with a win this season. So, big one for us.
And then you return home on Saturday, and you get Hellgate, which is many picked Hellgate to possibly win the West, maybe the whole thing this year. This is a really good team that Jeff Hayes just reloads. I mean, there's never any down years, it seems like, with the Knights.
Yeah, and you can see it in his younger groups. He's lucky they have pretty good numbers. They have kids that develop well, and it's kudos to Jeff for developing his players, and they're solid. And talking with the senior coach when we played them, he said that they're big and physical and a strong bunch of boys. So that's what we had to prep for. Yeah, they'll be a tough one, and obviously with Hellgate, they'll be up in the top of the conference along with probably Capital. But we'll just take one game at a time and try to get after Big Sky on Thursday.
Well, I know you're 1-3, but those games don't count. These ones count for real now, starting Thursday night.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's most of the prep comes now through the rest of this season and conference part of season, and hopefully we can get these boys ready to go and ready for divisionals by the end of the season.
All right, who wins? Bobcats, North Dakota State?
Well,
I know you're a Bills guy, so.
No, I'm a Bobcat.
Are you?
So the Bobcat fan in me says absolutely MSU, but and North Dakota State's a tough team, so it's going to be a battle. I'll be cheering for those Bobcats, but we'll see how they turn out.
Okay, well, you got to give me a score because all the other coaches are giving me scores. All right, so I'll tell you. So Coach Almquist went Bobcat 17-14. Coach Dudek went Cats 45-42. Garcin-Forba said 34-28 Cats. So there's a little bit of something to work with there.
Well, we'll go Bobcats 21-17.
Okay, I like it because I do think it's going to be a close game, and that defense is really, really well. They're the number 1 and number 2 defenses in the nation, so I think it'll be a good one. So, all right, well, worry about your games too, will you? Don't just focus on the Cats on Saturday.
I will. Don't you worry. I will.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time, my man, and we'll talk next week. Good luck this weekend.
All right, travel safe.
Thank you.
That was Brandon Day joining us, Helena High coach, on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Jason Walker Show, the road to Texas. We are just leaving Casper after grabbing some fuel and a quick snack, and you can see it got really dark really quick here in Casper. The truck temperature says 21. I've got negative 3.6 on my computer thermometer, which is, we'll see. I don't know what it's just cold, and it's a little not roasty. It's cold and icy. So there you go. On this day in history, we did in Facebook Live the walk-off. We did in Facebook Live, so we won't do that now. But appreciate everybody for joining us here on the Jason Walker Show. It's going to be fun. Oh, I got to sneeze. Hold on. Bless me. Here we go. All right. Great sponsors, as always, our normal great, fantastic sponsors, State Farm, Mike Miller, Montana Custom Log Home, Rutgers Furniture, Auto Concepts, Cafe Zydeco, Dinner's Done Right, Capital Collision Center, along with other great ones making this trip possible, including the Montana Football Hall of Fame, Jay Shirley and Big Sky Brokers, Pendleton and Company, great American-made leather. Check them out. Overland Express, Speaker Sprinklers, Excite Baits as well. All right, tomorrow I think we're going to be live from Excite Baits, from the warehouse outside Pilot Point, Texas. And make sure Thursday and Friday, if you're going to be here Thursday and Friday, change of venue. We're going to be broadcasting the show live from the, it's called Tight Ends Sports Bar. Tight Ends Sports Bar in Plano, Texas. But great drive so far. We are, well, not halfway there, but we're almost getting there. And until next time, Jason Walker Show. I got to go now, baby, because if I hurry, I can still make Cheyenne. My brother's shaking his head. That was a good one. Because it's snowing right now. I can't really say the beaches of Cheyenne. Right? All right. We'll see you tomorrow from Texas. JasonWalkerShow.com. Have a great night.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.